Hey y'all, I'm Whitney Shattuck from the First Grade Roundup, and I am so excited to tell you that Super Phonics is now available for second grade, and it will be completely finished by December 2018 this year. And so now I have kindergarten, first grade completely finished, and second grade is on its way. Units 1 through 6 are up in my TPP store now, along with a free sample for you to try out. So I just wanted to give you a closer look at what this unit looks like. So let's see if I can go to, there we go. Okay, on this menu I'm going to click on Unit 1, which is Review, and we'll start with Monday. So first off, we have a sound chart for this unit. Blends and digraphs are just for the first couple of units as we're easing into second grade, and then the charts will get more difficult in the introductions. There's also a YouTube video to introduce the focus skill for that week right there in the outburst that you can use. This one is going to be done in normal view, so whenever I go to normal view, I'm going to just put right there and kind of maximize my space. I can move this over, and then this little notes section right here is going to give you instructions and details as to how I use those slides, and if anything is editable, it will let you know in that notes section. So here we're just listing for our focus skill, looking for it with words. This first unit has pictures just to warm them up as a review from first grade, and then it's going to move into all words with the other units. So you'll simply say the picture or the word together, how many syllables does it have, and then move it to the correct sorting box. Okay. Then let's go back to slideshow view, and we're going to decode our words. The slide, slippity slide. I say the syllable, you make it glide. Okay. So this time, unlike first grade where we read in chunks, sound chunks, in second grade our focus is reading in syllable chunks. Okay. So we're going to say the syllables, not the sounds. Because of that, the words are going to appear by syllable instead of appearing as cur, a, b, as they play out in first grade. They're going to play out by syllable. So the one syllable words are just going to all pop up at the same time, and then the two syllable words, which start in Unit 2, and I'll show you an example of those if we have time, will pop up one syllable at a time. Okay? So each of those play out. And then for your spelling words, those are listed on the scope and sequence. The suggested spelling words, if you want to change those, that is editable. The only difference is it is going to pop up with a box that you can change if you need to, that shows how many syllables. So with a spelling word, I'm just going to do break it down, break it down, break it down. I'll say the words, you say the syllables. Okay, so again, we're not saying the sounds, we're saying the syllables. So crab is crab. It's just one syllable. How many syllables? One. So I'm going to have one box. The units, the Monday and Tuesday will have one syllable spelling words, and then Wednesday will have two syllable spelling words. So that's how mine are set up, and again, you can change those to whichever words you want. And as long as you keep one syllable on Monday and Tuesday and two syllables on Wednesday, then you don't even have to worry about changing the boxes. Okay? So those will appear on click. Then this is body spell. Well, this is the same link that I use in first grade because the kids love it, where they can spell their sight words with their bodies. All you have to do is click the link. If you're a GoNoodle Plus user, it's free. If not, then you can do old-fashioned body spell, which is what I did before GoNoodle was here, which is you just say, give me a C, and they make a C with their body. Give me an R, and they make an R with their body instead of watching a robot make the letters with them. So it can be done without GoNoodle Plus, but if you do have that account, it's free. And if you don't, check with your school because a lot of schools do have that available for free. Okay, so all you have to do is click this link and then type in your spelling words and your sight words, excuse me, and you're good to go for the week. Okay, Tuesday we're going to start off our warm-up with the chart, and then we're going to move to our Fluency Passage. So in first grade and kindergarten we had poems that we used to work on our fluency, and in second grade we're doing Fluency Passages. Okay, so the passage will come up, and the way I have it set up on Tuesday is that the first thing that they're going to do is they're going to go get their Fluency Folders, which I'm going to make a blog post on the routine for this that will have pictures and details on exactly what I do throughout the week. So you can follow the firstgraderoundup.com and be looking for that blog post there. And then once that's available, I will link that into the description of these resources and put it in the preview in the resource list also, so that you can find that easily. But basically what we're doing on Tuesdays, we're just doing almost like a quick skim through, kind of like you do for closed reading, and then they're going to circle sight words in their Fluency folder, and then we can do that together, or you can just have them do it on their own. And then I'm going to model read the passage as they're following along in their Fluency folders. I'm going to model read it expressively with good pacing. These Fluency passages are ones that I wrote for them, and they should last for 1 minute. Okay, so I wrote them, looked at the research for words per minute for second grade and used that as my benchmark, and so it starts with about 50 words per minute at the beginning of the year, and by the end of the year the passages will be 90 words. Okay, and that way they can should be able to read that passage in a minute. Maybe not the first read, but the goal is by the end of the week to be able to read that fluently, expressively, in a minute or less. Okay, so I will model doing that for them. Okay, the other thing is, I forgot to add, is that these pages have timers on them because we're trying to work quickly and not take too much time. Okay, so as soon as I give them they get their Fluency folders and come to the carpet, I'm going to start the timer, and they're going to look for the sight words, and then if they finish before the timer is up, so I believe this is maybe a 2-minute timer. I'd have to look in the note. It's in the notes though. And you also can change the timer on this one too to make it be whichever time you would like. Okay, the timer goes through after they look for the sight words, and they can read it independently, and then it will make the sound once they're finished as well. And now we're ready to talk about the passage. So the next thing that we're going to do with our passage is answer questions. So I've typed questions that go with each passage. That will pop up in these bubbles, and then you can read these. These are editable, so if you want to use your own questions, feel free to do that. Okay, and the types of questions just follow the standards for literature and informational text in the Common Core standards for second grade. Okay, also, yeah, I don't remember what I was going to say about that, but yeah, they follow that. Oh, the other thing I was going to say is that that particular passage was a narrative passage, but for each of for every 6 units that come in a packet, I am varying the passages I have. There will be some nonfiction, some fiction, some narrative, some opinion passages, just to give them a variety of passages to be exposed to. Okay? Alright, also on Tuesday we're going to decode again, just like we talked about on Monday. Spell our words, one syllable again. Wednesday, same thing. On Wednesday, you can use normal view for this and divide the words into syllables. So we're just going to read the word. The word is crab. How many syllables? 1. Malt. How many syllables? 1. Napkin. How many syllables? 2. And then once I get all of them sorted, then I can go up to the 2-syllable ones, and I can divide them. I think there's just one in this unit. I can divide them with a lightning bolt, and we can talk about the division of syllables. Okay. On Wednesday we do grammar. This is new for second grade, and so this is the grammar skills right here. This one is also in normal view. So there's a video right here that will play, excuse me, if you're in slideshow view, that will introduce the grammar skill, and then these can move from, in normal view, you put a pair of synonyms in each mask. Okay? Now, if you don't want to toggle back and forth between normal and slideshow view, you can stay in slideshow view and just simply use the pen, and then I'm having to write with the mouse, so it's not going to be as nice as if you were using your whiteboard. But then you can write the synonyms in the mask with the pen, and then you don't have to toggle back and forth if that's difficult By the way, I am using my laptop for this, and I've had people ask me, I do small groups, Title I, I don't have a whiteboard, how can I do it? If you can get kids around your laptop or your computer, you can easily do this program there as well. Okay, Wednesday, decoding again. This first unit is still 1 syllables, but the rest of them will be 2 syllables, and I'll show you that here in a second. Spelling, and then we're buddy reading. So now, go get your fluency passages, sit by your reading partner, elbow to elbow, knee to knee, text in the middle so both can see, and then first, I'm going to read it, second, you're going to read it, I'm going to listen, and then third, we're going to read it together. And once again, I should have started that, but there's a timer. I believe it's a 4-minute timer, which is enough for 1 minute read for I read, 1 minute read for you read, 1 minute read for we read, and a little extra time for transition. Okay? At the end of this timer, it should ding if you let it play out all the way to the end. And then Thursday warm-up. This is guess my sort. So the teacher or the lead student will sort the words into 2 or 3 categories, and then the students will try to guess how it's sorted. In the notes section of this one, I've given you ideas of different ways to sort things by number of letters, sounds, syllables, all that kind of stuff. Okay? Then we're decoding again on Thursday. Then Thursday is our review day for spelling. So I can give the test and say, first word is brim, let them spell it. And these go in the same order that they're on your scope and sequence, so you can use that as a reference. Let them spell it on dry erase boards and then check. Or I can put all of them up like I do it towards the end of the year in first grade, and then have the testing partner face the board, the one that's taking the test face away from the board so they can't see the words, and then test each other that way. Okay? Zap. On Thursday, I'm going to read the passage fluently to beat my time. So they're going to see how fast they can read it. I've got a timer going across. It's a 1-minute timer. So you're going to say on your mark, set, go. They're going to read it independently. And if they get it done before it chimes in again, then they've read it in less than a minute. Okay? You can do this through once, or if you need to do it 1 time for practice and then 1 time again, then you certainly can. Okay? Then we are going to use our sight words and sentences. Again, I can use the pen to write these down, or I can go to normal view and click and drag these red sight words through. Okay, I'm just going to quickly go through to get to the 2-syllable words so that you can see those on Wednesday. So that's how those are going to play. And then for the 2-syllable spelling words, come in here we go. So those 2-syllable boxes just have a place to write each of the syllables. Okay, so that pretty much covers it. If you go to bit.ly / follow is lowercase and then capital F, capital G, capital R for first grade roundup, then you can find the freebie there. You can find the full resource and the curriculum bundle to get, and that's where you can find all of the stuff. Also on my blog, thefirstgraderoundup.com, I'll link to some blog posts that will give more information about this. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to email me at thefirstgraderoundup@gmail.com.